We are like, shit. We turn that corner and we start legging it, like sprinting, like we've all gone 4 directions, running, pacing it, oh my god.
Hello, it's me again. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, today I'm doing my first story time ever, and it is going to be about the time when I stalked my crush. And on one hand, okay, I got to see J. Cole in concert for only £1, which is great, may I add. And on the other hand, there were consequences to this, okay? There were serious consequences. Before we get into the video, please make sure that you subscribe. I will really appreciate it, and also hit that like button for me. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. The story begins, yeah. So it was summer of, I think, 2014. So I'd literally just finished GCSE exams, finished year 11, and it was the summer before sixth form. And I was doing work experience, like volunteering at this youth centre. And basically what would normally, like, I was basically just being a receptionist, nothing too serious or anything like that. And what would normally, I wouldn't really be on my phone during the day, and I'd usually finish about 3 or 4 p.m. and then I get to check my phone and all of that, right? So of course, as many 16-year-olds do, there was this guy that I liked. He was so fun. We had mutual friends, but I didn't know him. Like, I'd spoken to him a couple times, but I didn't know him like personally like that. I just like to look from afar, you know. I had found out what his Twitter was, and I had basically stalked him on Twitter and whatnot, and basically just found out his Insta, his Facebook, everything. You know, when you girls, you know what it's like when you start stalking a guy. You find out everything about him. You find out his dog's name, his great grandmother's current whereabouts. Like, it was that deep. Okay, I finished work experience on this day. First thing I do is check. I didn't have to, well, I had Twitter back then. Yeah, I still had Twitter back then. So I checked his account, as I did daily, just to pre his new tweets. I was so fucking moist, man. I don't do this anymore, guys. Or maybe I do. Finish our work experience. First thing I do was basically go on my phone, check his Twitter, yeah. And I must have seen that he must have retweeted something and replied to it, being like, oh, J. Cole for £1, yeah, that's mad. And I was like, let me investigate. So obviously I continued searching around, thinking like, let me find out what's going on, like, what is this? And then I finally go on J. Cole's website on his page, and I see that he's doing a tour called $1 a Dream, which is basically every show that he did, he would, on the day, he would say where the location was going to be in that given city, and you turn up, and to see him is either £1, you pay £1, or you pay $1, one or the other one, and that was it. Go in. So obviously I'm thinking, bearing in mind all of our guardians and parents and stuff are very strict, so it was very like the possibilities of us actually being able to go, especially that late in advance. Like, anyone who has African parents knows, if you want to go out somewhere, okay, they need at least 3 weeks notice. 3 weeks, like as if you're leaving a job, okay? They need at least 3 weeks notice, a month's notice, okay? They don't fuck with that, okay, the motives happening today and you're asking to go on the same day as a motive. What's that? Let me know. They do not fuck with that stuff, yeah? But I was like, you know what, let me tell them about it, let me tell my friends about it, and let's just see. Basically have Tatenda, Torero, and Comfort. Kezia, I feel like that was our little group at high school, and Asha as well, but I can't remember what Asha was doing. And Kezia was, I think she'd gone on holiday to Ghana, right? We were the only ones that were still in the UK. So I hit them up, and then they were like, okay, let's all ask our parents and see what they say. And funnily enough, which we did not even expect, they all said yes. And we were like, maybe it's because it's like summer's just started, so they're thinking, you know what, let's just, you know, give them a little bit of leeway. They're big girls now, finished high school. So we were like, okay, you know, let's just leave the house before any of them changes their mind, right? So I had already got, like, I was already out of the house because I was at work experience. So there was, like, anyone who knows me knows I take the longest to get ready. So really and truly, I was not about to go home and then come back out because the concert was starting. It was like 4 o'clock when I left work experience, and the concert started at like, I think the first show was at 5. Yeah, the show was at 5, so we literally had to rush. Okay, so obviously this was our first concert as well, and we're all psyched. Tariro was going crazy literally because that was her favorite artist. Like, so we got on the train, come off the train now, come out of the station, turn the corner, and we still can't see because of the trees and stuff. So we're walking, like cut through the trees so we can see the Empire, like Shepherd's Bush Empire, and we are like, shit. Oh my gosh, guys. The queue was mad. We hadn't even anticipated it because obviously we're 16-year-old girls who've never been to a concert before. I don't think I was even 16 yet. I was still 15 because I'm a summer baby. I hadn't even turned 16 yet. I had never been to a concert. I had never anticipated that the queues would be like, it just hadn't crossed our mind. So obviously now we're just like, oh god, shit. So we literally, like, we turn that corner and we start legging it, like sprinting, like we've all gone 4 directions. We're just trying to make it to the queue as quick as possible. We are sprinting, running, pacing it, oh my god. So we finally get them. The thing is, Shepherd's Bush Empire is like on one side of the pavement, and the queue was literally stretching all the way around to like Barclays Bank type of area. And the pavement is wide as hell as well, like wider than a normal pavement should be, and it was all packed to the it looked like every black person in West London, in West, North, South, East London had all just come down to get, because you know, black people, first of all, we're cheap. I'm not going to speak for all of us, but for the most of I know for hell, I'm cheap as hell. Okay, so if we're going to be seeing J. Cole, who is in the black community one of the biggest rappers, do you get what I mean? For £1, you know we're all coming out. You know, you already know we're all going to be there. Come on now. So we were just like, guys. And at that point, there was still only going to be one show at 5 o'clock. Shepherd's Bush Empire is not no Wembley Stadium. It's not no O2 Arena to be holding that many people, fam. So we're literally like, shit, how are we going to get through this? How we we don't be queuing here for time as well. Like, that's just all long. We decided, no, we need to cut this up. Like, we need to get in front. And in mind, when we had told our parents, they had given us a curfew that would be in line with the time that the first show finished. But what happened is Jake obviously saw that there were way too many people to only do one show. So he decided to announce a second show that would come after the first one. So we were like, okay, cool. But bearing in mind, we had curfews, and our curfews were all at the time that the second show would start. And that was the only show we would get into. So we're just there contemplating, how are we gonna do this? Wow, that's really great. Wow. They were like, okay, we'll push in front, you guys join us afterwards, right? So they somehow managed to get in front and go in there. So they're like, okay, so they call or text or whatever me and Tatenda, they're like, come join us. So as we're going over there, we're scared, we're like, we don't want to push in the queue. We're 15 and 16-year-old. They're a big 22, 20 to 25-year-old men, like, we're scared, like someone's gonna say something. But no one said anything. But then security caught us. They caught us just as we were about to get in the queue with them. And they're like, where do you guys think you're going? Like, you can't just push in the queue, you have to go to the back of the queue. And Tatenda is the worst liar. Back then, she was the worst liar possible, right? So I saw her open her mouth to go and say, oh, I'm sorry, we'll go back to the back of the queue. But I think it was Tariro or something that came in and was like, no, they went to Sainsbury's, like, they're with us. Look, we're in the queue, like, they were just coming back to join us. They were with us before. And thankfully, no one else that was in the queue said anything about it, so we managed to get away. So, yeah, the security guys just walked away and were like, oh, okay, you know how we be scamming Caucasian people 24/7. So, I must become Joanne the Scammer, fam.
Scammed you, I lied to you, I got you.
Anyways, so we managed to get into the queue, and we're talking to, like, as you do at concerts and stuff, you're talking to random people, and we're speaking to them, and like we're seeing that the people that we're in the queue with, they've all been here since like 10, 11 a.m. Like, and we got there like 4:30, 5 p.m. and we're in the same place as you. Do you see your life? Do you see your life? Oh, we're feeling, yeah, that's us, innit? That's us. What you saying? What you saying? Like, yeah, that's us, fam. But we still missed the first show, so we're thinking, how are we gonna tell our parents, whatever? Everyone else's parents were cool, yeah. Mine, anyone who knows, she's very, very strict. Okay, very strict. So, call my mum, and this has now we get. We got someone else. There was this guy in the queue. He was, can I just say, he was hella attractive, but he sounded like he had a deep voice or whatever. So we were like, can you pretend to be Tarira's dad and call my mum so that she'll let me stay longer, and just be like, oh, I'm gonna drop them all off at home at the end. But obviously my mum clocked. Like, she clocked. So all I could do at that point was, because I'd asked her before, can I stay longer? She'd said no. So this was the second plan, to get the guy to act as Tarira's dad. She wasn't having it, right? So from that point on, you know what I did? I turned off my phone. I put my phone inside my pocket, and I just waited. I just waited. So of course I knew she'd, because we were still in the queue at the time that I was supposed to be at home, because the second show started later than it was actually supposed to. We get into the show and it's banging bang. Bearing in mind, I saw my crush there, the guy that I like. He was there or whatever, and his group were kind of close to us as well, so I was already happy. Like, so Jacob was good and whatever. I got to touch him. He came down and I grabbed his arm and I was like, but okay. So yeah, show was really good and stuff, and I'm just dreading it. So show's coming to an end now, and we go to leave the venue. So the thing is, I lived kind of closer than the other three, because I could get like the bus straight home that would take me straight from Shepherd's Bush to home, and it would be like 10-15 minutes. So I live about 10-15 minutes from Westfields. So but they had to take the train, so we parted our separate ways, and Tarira's dad came to get them or whatever. So I turn on my phone now. I had like 10 missed calls, like 15 messages. Not that bad, but I just knew that, wow. I just knew. But you know what? I was at the point where it's like, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I've done. Let me just, firm the consequences in it. Like, I just have to firm them now. So, I get on the bus and I walk home and whatever, and but she'd stopped calling me at maybe a half hour before or something. So I was thinking, okay, maybe she's gone to sleep or whatever, even though she's a very light sleeper. I was thinking, maybe she's gone to sleep, like, you never know, maybe I can find my way out of this. So I'm thinking, if I go into the house quietly, then I can get upstairs, go to bed, even though our bedrooms are side by side, get to bed, and hopefully tomorrow I can kind of make it seem like I came home half an hour or an hour earlier than I actually did. So, it take a bit of the heat off, yeah? So I'm thinking, okay, I'm bigging myself up, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Okay. I open the porch door, take off my shoes, put them in their place, shut the porch door. I take my key now. Take my key, I put it in the slot, and I can hear in, bam, door opens. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, in that moment, I really just wanted to be like, go on, bitch. I really wanted to dissipate in that moment. The door flies open and she's there. She's like, where have you been? I'm like, I told you where I was. She's like, why weren't you answering my calls? Why did you miss your curfew? She was like, you know what? put your phone down. We'll talk about this in the morning. Anyone who knows me from high school, not even like late years of high school, no, not even late, yeah, late years of high school and sixth form will know, my phone was always being taken away because I just did not know how to abide by my curfew. I was always coming home late. Put your phone down. The thing is, she wasn't even shouting. She was quiet, which was scarier. She just said, put your phone down. We'll talk about this in the morning. And then the next day she goes, oh yeah, bearing in mind this is the beginning of summer. This is the very beginning of summer. So obviously she goes, you're grounded for the rest of summer. Huh? Wait, what? And I was genuinely like, I was genuinely grounded for the rest. I thought she was just talking, like, just saying it for the sake of saying it. I was genuinely grounded for the rest of summer. It was so sad. But if you want to know other stories about summer and other ways that I managed to get out of the house or attempt to get out of the house and what happened then, you know, let me know in the comments down below. But that summer was peak. That summer was like one of my best summers ever though. But I was constantly in trouble that summer. I'm not even joking to you. Probably my like most troublesome summer. Actually, I feel like maybe the one after was bad. But I don't know. But the funny thing is that like now I don't have a curfew and I come home early. So I really don't understand where God went wrong with me. I really don't know. Just know that moral of the story, just listen to your parents. Stalk the guy that you like, even though they may sometimes not go hand in hand, but you know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, please, please, please. I would really appreciate it, you know, support the movement and that. If you like this story time and you want me to do more story times, please hit the like button so I know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.
If you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you comfort me? If somehow you knew that you